guys, it's me Jake from JakeMan21642, and today I thought I would do a video of the first round of updates of my latest car purchase. This is my 1990 Volvo 240DL for those of you who don't know or haven't seen it yet. Basically, I know I'm well aware of I bought this car and you guys basically haven't seen it for a month, but I've been super busy with school. The semester's winding down. It's about to be summer, so you can expect updates on all the personal cars as well as plenty of other videos. And I really hope I can get a test drive video to attach to the end of this. But like I said, I thought I'd do my first round of updates. I've been very busy lately, and basically any free time I've had, I've put into this car. So starting out outside, as you can see, the paint, I really haven't done much more. I have waxed it again, and I literally just washed it. And you can see the paint is starting to come back. It's starting to look better. It's still kind of a 5-foot car to a point where you get up and the scratches will be there, but I think one of my first plans this summer is I'm going to buff the entire car once I'm working and actually have a lot more money to play around with. But on the outside, probably another one of the biggest things you can notice is I just did this yesterday. I ordered a new set of hubcaps. It took 2 weeks for the website to tell me that they were out of stock. So then I ended up buying these badges on eBay. On the picture, they looked like white stickers, and of course when they show up, they're clear, which these hubcaps still had the logos, but they were basically all peeled off. So I just took some satin silver paint I had from the Accord and painted the centers and then stuck the logos over it, and I think it looks way better. I know people are going to ask me why I didn't line them up even with each other. I actually did. I lined them up with the Volvo logos, which line up with the valve stem. It's just these wheels are on at different angles. But either way, got those on. One thing I have to say about this car is, like most European cars, the brake dust on this thing is crazy. I can maybe go 3 days until I have to clean the wheels off again, and I don't even drive this car very far. I will admit, I have been driving this car a ton. This thing has probably seen triple the mileage my Accord has since I bought it, but I'm still in that new car, just kind of got to drive it everywhere phase. Now, I'm sure the next cosmetic thing all of you have probably noticed is this. And it does look a little uneven at the moment because I just washed the car and parts of it are still wet. But I did completely Plasti dip the roof. I may need to do 1 or 2 more layers on the top just to even it up a little bit, but it was also only my second time ever using Plasti dip. But completely covered up that faded paint. And I really do like the way this looks. I think with the black on top, the black bumpers, and the black trim, it really contrasts well. That was another thing I did cover up, was that faded trim along the windows. I also used Plasti dip on that, and I think it really cleaned up well. Otherwise, outside you can see it does have a fresh inspection sticker. So up underneath, the exhaust leak has been fixed. You can see right there, got a brand new pipe coming off of the engine. Before that sticker melted off, you could actually see it was a Volvo sticker. And you can see right there, had a little bit of an issue with that right there after it was fixed. Basically, that's where an O2 sensor would be that this car doesn't have since it's a 1990. And the shop forgot to put the cover on it, so when I picked the car up, it was making all sorts of noises, but they fixed it, made that right. Otherwise, for inspection, it needed rear brake pads, which I just went ahead and got done at work. It was like 40 bucks, which if I bought the pads myself, it would have been like 30, so it was like 40 bucks, had that done. And then it also got a new ball joint on the driver's side. You can see outside though, everything is still basically the same. The bumpers have stayed clean. Surprisingly, with that back to black stuff I put on them, has actually held up pretty well. And you can see over here what I mean about this car will need new tires sooner than later. They look worse than they really are. They're dusty because I parked this in the alley behind my house, but it's also definitely a little bit of camber wear on this one, but that will happen sooner than later. That'll probably be one of the first things I do this summer, along with the timing belt. See my plate frame up front, did add that onto the car. And otherwise outside, I mean, everything is basically the same. If you want more walk around, I just have to say, for the month so far that I've had it, I love this car so much. I don't think I've even gotten this attached to anything else I've owned. I don't know what it is, but even a lot of people I've talked to seem to really love the car too, which I figured people would laugh at me when I bought this thing. We'll go ahead though and start it up. Show you what else I've done. Really not much has changed inside of the car. It's actually probably dirtier than the last time you guys saw it. You can see on this side I did the same with the dipped trim around the windows. This side, I'm probably gonna have to redo the driver's window. Once again, I just don't have a ton of experience with Plasti dip, so when I peeled it off, I peeled the tape up a little bit too late and peeled a bit of it up and had to go back and redo it, but it's Plasti dip. I can just peel this entire section up and redo it. Inside, this one does have, like I said before, the beige interior. I am loving the cloth seats, especially with the Accords black leather now that it's spring in the south. It is definitely sweaty back season if you have leather seats, so I've actually very much appreciated these cloth seats driving back and forth to work. And like I said, this car is probably dirtier than when you guys saw it inside, just because I have been driving it so much. Of course, everything starts up perfect. Everything inside is great, still holding up. One thing that did get replaced was this center console right here. I don't know how, but somehow when the car was in service and I picked it up, this was damaged, so they made things right, they replaced it, and it's very nice now. Still got the heated seat controls up front, and this console itself is brand new. This storage piece is from the old one, and the ashtray in the rear is also the original one. Seats in this vehicle holding up exactly the same. I've noticed, since this car doesn't have an armrest, I get in here a lot after school, and especially when I've been in the shop and my hands are dirty, and I end up always touching or setting something down on this section of the seat, so I'm constantly having to clean it off. You can see little marks on it there. Otherwise inside though, I don't know exactly what it was at in the last video. I know it still was at 33,000 miles, but I mean, I've gone through probably 2 or 3 tanks of gas in this car so far. Everything follows through on the dash though. Like, really not much has changed inside. I actually do have my speaker in here for once. I'm just keeping this. People keep telling me to put a system in it. If I want to listen to music, if I want to really get in the car and just listen to music, I've got my Accord. I'm not that worried about it. This speaker sounds, it's a JBL Charge 3. I bumped this thing inside of my house. It sounds great. It sounds just as good as anything that I'm going to install in here without absolutely mutilating every panel. So I'm just leaving that. It's nice. It's nice to have with me too, because this is kind of my fun car driving around. So everywhere I go, I've got my Bluetooth speaker and I've got music with me. Tape deck right here still works. Sometimes it has its days. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. I think the amplifier, which is deep down inside the dash, is going out. Everything else around here, though, follows through. Air conditioning, I've used that. I've actually driven this car out to school a couple times. I have about a 60-mile commute round trip, and done it in this car 3 or 4 times now, and it's been perfect. Air conditioning works amazing. Thing is still full of R12. I don't even care because it works. Climate controls down there, storage. Automatic, the 4-speed auto. So far, don't hate it, honestly. I know, I'm the biggest manual snob in the world, but I've actually kind of grown to appreciate having at least one automatic car around. I mean, just for city driving, if I'm going somewhere where I know I'm going to sit in traffic anyway, or just running around town, it is kind of nice having an automatic transmission. In a car this slow, what's the difference anyway? This thing going around town barely cracks 50, 55 miles an hour. But I guess I'll walk around, show you guys everything else. I mean, really, as I said, not much has changed. In the back seat, I've got my Volvo CPO guide right there. As you guys know, this is, of course, a CPO vehicle in my Matco tool catalog. So as you can see, I mean, I've actually been driving this car around to the point that I'm leaving things like that and water bottles in it, which that is not mine. Inside the trunk, everything follows through back here. I actually was keeping these just to clean everything up, and I found this perfect for my tools. This little shelf up here, put it there, use that, and it'll hold them in place. But trunk of this car, really not much has changed. You can see my box of like detailing supplies and parts over here. I'll show you more up under the hood, but this was one of the first things I did, was change the spark plug wires. Got NGK wires for it. Got NGK spark plugs. You can see the original plugs are actually in here. And of course, they are OEM Volvo plugs that I took out of this car. Got the cap and rotor, replaced both of those. And you can see too the original spark plug wires, which of course were Volvo ones too. They'd been replaced, but they had all been done at the dealership with OEM parts, of course. And I don't know if you can really notice it on video, but I'm certainly the only person so far that can notice it. But when I do get low on gas, around a quarter tank like it is now, the fuel pump, the primary fuel pump, starts to make a little bit of noise. So that more than likely means that the in-tank one has failed or is about to. People on forums say it's fine to keep driving. They drive them that way. It'll just make noise. But I think once I'm out of school and I've got some more free time this summer, that's probably going to be one of my first projects, is replacing the in-tank pickup pump and then the primary one, which is either under the back seat or underneath of the car. The pickup one you can access from the trunk. Really not a bad job at all. Back seat on this side, everything follows through. I actually, earlier this week, went out and had 4 people in the car going out to lunch, and no complaints. Everyone actually said it was very comfortable, even in the back seat riding down the street. On this side too, of course, everything is the same. And inside of here, I've still got all of my owner's literature and everything of that nature. This is what I was talking about with the badges I bought for the hubcaps. I actually saved this one because I'm waiting to just find a junkyard hubcap to replace this one. Because you can see the logo melted off, so this was already a reproduction one. And then it looks like at some point Granny ate a curb, so I'm just going to replace that. No sense in even putting the sticker on there. I can't clean that melted crap off anyway. And up front you can see the headlights, and also one other thing I did want to show, which once I got the console replaced, this started working again, and I found it very cool. Not only in the rear do you have a little seatbelt light for your passengers, you actually have a light up here that will light up the footwell at night. And it actually works very well. It lights it up. It's a pretty cool design. I just love the little touches like that in these old cars. And under the hood, this is probably where the most things have changed. Like I said, I did replace the spark plugs. I put NGK plugs in it. I've got NGK wires right there. I love these blue wires. They're the most satisfying thing to pop your hood and look at. And then down here, place the cap and rotor, all very easy stuff. More stuff I'll probably do this summer is, these are OEM hoses, but they're getting a little soft and saggy, so probably replace those, replace the thermostat while I'm at it. Just, you know, all the basic buying a used car stuff. Oil filter down there. Did change the oil literally right after I bought it, and that is a MAN oil filter, which the only reason I went with a MAN one and not a Volvo OEM one is MAN makes Volvo's filters, and their filter is half as much, so why not? But everything under here, like I said, running great. This car is just a joy to drive. I love it so far. I mean, I'm sure you can tell by this video that I don't even have a negative thing to say about this car so far. So I'll go ahead and try to rig up my camera and throw in a little test drive clip here.